Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, Home Sweet Classroom. In today's video, I wanted to share with you my office slash classroom setup that I have at home, and I wanted to show you and share with you some of the things that I'm doing at home that make it like multifunctional for teaching at home, and also making it comfortable enough that it's still my office and my place where I work. Hello friends, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Maritza and I am an elementary school teacher, and in today's video I wanted to share with you my office and just give you a little tour. I did kind of a sneak peek into my office in my last video if you want to check it out, and I didn't really go into depth into my office because there were some things that I wanted to change and move around. So today I'm actually going to show you little pieces of, or the whole thing of my office, and just kind of give you some ideas. I will link as many of the items as I can down in the description if you are interested in purchasing them. Most of these things were purchased online on Amazon or either like the local stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobby. But I will link everything that I can down in the description, and of course if you have any questions I'll be happy to answer them, so leave any questions down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Let's go ahead and turn this camera around and I can show you the office. Okay, so first things first is, as you come into my office, it's wide open and it's not sealed, so there's no doors or anything. So right when you come in, it's fully open. So to me, it really matters like the order of things and the way things are placed, because it's wide open and it's very much transparent. So as you walk in, you can kind of see everything, pretty much of a layout, but I will surely describe to you what everything holds and the place it's in and why I have it there and what things work for me. So I'll just start with my desk. This is my desk. This desk was purchased in Home Goods, as well as the chair. I absolutely love it. At first, I was hesitant about the length or the width, sorry, the width of this desk, but actually it works really great. Although this room is big, I did have other elements that I wanted to incorporate into my office, and because of that, the space becomes limited. So this width of this length was perfect. And again, I bought these two at Home Goods. The chair is super comfy. It's like this felt kind of fabric, and it's super soft. I love the gold accents to it. I love it. It's something that I've always wanted. And on my desk, what I have is just this plaque here: work hard and be kind. It's a motivation. I love the roses on it. I believe this was purchased also at Home Goods. Yep, Home Goods right there. I still have the tag. And then I also have this wheel. This was also purchased in Home Goods. I also have my lipsticks in here because of our FaceTime calls with my students, so it's like a quick grab. But I love that I can twirl it, and it's just super cute. And I love the little accent at the top. This is something I got an idea off of Pinterest, or perhaps it was Instagram, I'm not sure now. But it's a template you can print out, and then you put it in a frame, and your sticky notes can just go on here. I'm constantly using sticky notes, so the fact that I have something like this to do plan, prep, and other. I had this in my classroom before, and I brought it out here because my sticky notes were just like all over my lesson planner, and it was just a little overwhelming. So it's helpful to have something like this and just stick it on here. So, and as I do them, I just take them off, and I could replace them. You could even write on this, and it becomes like a dry erase board. I just like to put the sticky notes because they're fun. Okay, so that is my desk, and the drawers are super easy to open. And yeah, this big one down here has a lot of space, and that's what I have up here. I usually always have my laptop at the top, and my wireless mouse is a lifesaver. Let's see, I'm gonna move you guys to the side of my desk. Here is where I carry basically all of my school stuff. I have all of my school stuff in this cart, and it wasn't intended for this before, but it was a perfect match for all of my school stuff. Basically what I have up here is just some baskets I purchased a while back, and I never took them to school because I was going to use them during Easter in my classroom, or close to Easter. for an activity, and we didn't get to it. So that didn't happen, so they ended up staying here. I feel like I can still use them through virtual learning, but I haven't found a purpose for them yet. And in here is just like my microphone. I use it sometimes during our calls with my students. I have my dry erase markers, which I should probably move to the office, but I have my dry erase markers. I have some incentives that I'm still trying to figure out how to use for my virtual learning tool for incentives through my class dojo. And here I have a cart, a little caddy for all of the crayons and color pencils and markers for my kids. This was a gift from another teacher, and it's just super cute. I absolutely love it. She loves doing Cricut projects, and she made this, so that was really sweet of her. It came in really handy. I have an apple back here full of jelly beans because I'm a big snacker. And this specifically is for my little ones. They like to come and grab little colors and color pencils and markers and draw, as you can see here, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. And then down here in the bottom cart, I have all of my resources, my work laptop, and then all of my resources for math and for reading, Words Their Way, just all of my classroom resources, which are the teacher resources. And I also have my student resources because I like to see and work in books with my students through the Elmo version, where it's like a projector, and they can physically see me work it out with using their materials. And then at the bottom one, I have other resources that I use that I brought home specifically for my daughter. Like they're just like the ELA version games. This one is like synonym and antonym apples. This one is picturing synonyms and antonyms, spelling pattern sort, just some fun games I have for her. This one here is just a fact and opinion game. And then I like to carry the STEM challenges. I have put this up for my students a couple times and they absolutely love it. I strongly recommend some STEM, incorporating STEM into your classroom or into your virtual learning classrooms, because they're so fun and they motivate kids to go above and beyond and do some higher order thinking. So, and then down here I just have my classroom journals. I use them through the projector and work through some like anchor charts virtually for them to see it. Obviously I'd like for them to have their journals, but they don't. So for me, it would just be something that I can teach them online instead of just chitty-chatting. I can also virtually show them. So that is what my cart looks like. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this up here. This up here is just like easy access to, as soon as I sit down, I have easy access to my lesson plans, through to my notebook. I have basically all the things that my standards are here to, basically all the things that are like a quick that I use all the time. So that's really handy because of course all this stuff doesn't really fit into the desk, or I wouldn't want to just stuff everything into the desk. So it's really nice to have this caddy to organize all of this. Okay, so that is what basically all of my desk looks like. And now I'm going to show you like the outside elements of like the main space. I have a Cricut and I absolutely love it. In my Cricut cart, I have basically all the Cricut equipment. So I have my Cricut at the top with all of my tools, and then at the bottom I have my scrapbooks, because I do occasionally scrapbook. I did used to scrapbook a lot more, but I've now created new hobbies. And I have scrapbook paper in here. Some of the vinyl paper is also in there. I also have a personal laminator. This stays here at home. Eventually I would like to buy one to keep one at home and one at school. And then I have like my scrapbook book here. And then in my drawers I just have all of like the other scrapbook tools, and my vinyl is in here as well. And there's more vinyl. I have this little caddy here for other tools that I use. And then down here I have more vinyl stuff. And then this drawer is a little bit deeper. Really like how deep it is, and I have all of the other ones. There were some ideas that I found on Pinterest and other people who show their Cricut projects that give ideas on how to organize these. So there was like a plastic bag holder for these roll-ups. So I think I'm gonna use that and try that on the wall here. And then I have just like tools that things that I'm gonna put the Cricut projects on. I have some t-shirts. I bought these a while back and I wanted to try doing that. I have a bag that I wanted to make and vinyl on. So that's basically what I have for my Cricut projects. We did start painting when we were living in Cuba and we didn't finish it. So I want to finish those. That's something that's on my to-do list. So that's basically it. I have this hung up, and this is like this is the fabric grip cutting mat. I use this for the Cricut, and then I've put up a little hanging tool for my kids when they draw things. So I like having that up. And that's basically it for this wall. I have some other ideas that I want to do here on this wall, but I don't want my walls to look overwhelming. So I'm kind of hesitant as to what I want to put up there. This here is the lighting for cutting out the Cricut paper, and it's really helpful. It's not necessary, but I also love how it looks just sitting on here. It's just, I really like it. And my Cricut is like a turquoise color. You can kind of see it right here. Okay, so then the drawer that's next to it is where I have my printer and my other drawers for other craft materials, and also my vlogging equipment and camera equipment. So this drawer, I got it on Amazon and it matches perfectly with this one, versus this one was purchased at Hobby Lobby, I believe it was. So they look exactly the same. I did want something to look the same because it really bugs me when they're not the same color. If I'm intentionally not trying to make the same color, but I wasn't, so I wanted it to be matching. And yeah, so my printer is pretty small. It's not like a huge printer. It's a Canon, and I absolutely love the Canon. I have Alexa app, or Alexa turn off for my music in the morning that I love playing. And then this I actually made, or I painted myself when we were living or stationed in Cuba, and they had ceramics there, and I painted this one, and I thought it would fit perfect for all of my paintbrushes. This is what a friend made, actually. She was in Cuba. She's still there right now, and she made this. Isn't it beautiful? It's just absolutely beautiful. This is where we were stationed, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And she had a new hobby with the resin, and she made this, and it was just my favorite. So this is real sand and real rocks from the beaches from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And that's Girl Scout Beach, is one of the beaches that we would love to go to. So yeah, that's where I hold that stuff. And then to the next to that is my bookshelf. And this bookshelf I had been wanting for a while. It was a little bit pricey on Amazon. I feel like there were other versions that you could purchase online or create yourself. I saw a lot of them doing like a DIY and using shelves from IKEA, but I just wasn't in the position to do that, and I really wanted this gold accent because of the desk. So I went ahead and splurged on purchasing this in Amazon, and it holds everything really nicely. There are some little nicks here and there that I would like to change. I do need to go through the books, and I just would like a little bit more decorative pieces instead of overwhelming it with books. But yeah, on here, a lot of this was like purchased in Ross and in Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Let's see, that was purchased in Hobby Lobby. And then I just have my camera up there, and then a bunch of books. My husband had this personalized. This is from Guantanamo Bay when I first started teaching there. In my first job, he surprised me with this plaque, and it's just so beautiful, handcrafted by people that live there, and more than, I believe, Jamaicans do this, but other crafters that are there also personalize these. So it's just kind of something, a memory that I take with me. And then at the very bottom, I'd hold all of my stem bins. Well, just actually a couple of them. The rest of them are in my classroom. But I brought these because of the baby, to keep him busy with activities and just things for him to do that are more than just sitting him on the screen or just kind of moving him and thinking a little bit more abstractly. So these are really fun. I totally recommend these. And all of these stem bins you can purchase online and Amazon. That last one over there is just Play-Doh. And then the one thing on top of it is actually a set of manipulatives that I use for my classroom. And I also use it in my videos when I teach my students. And then these I purchased at the Dollar Tree. And I hold like my magazines, some bills, papers, and I also hold my laminating paper and color paper that I use for my Cricut. So this was really nice to have something where I can organize it and not stuff it into a drawer. And that is it for my shelf. Next to my shelf, I have another drawer kit here. This one's again similar to the ones over there because they match as well. And this is where I hold most of my craft stuff too. At the very top, I have more t-shirts and more of these that I want to craft with. And then I have more of the Cricut stuff, just kind of, actually just random stuff in here. And I have here paints and my hot glue gun, more of the painting stuff. Down here I have just another box where I have more of my crafts. And down here is another box with more crafts. And then these are absolutely messy, but they're fun to play with for the baby. And yeah, that's where I hold that stuff. And over here is where it becomes like more of a multi-purpose, because this is where we hold our mail and more of the routines here. This, I believe, was purchased at Michael's, maybe Hobby Lobby, and it's just a chalk calendar. I really like it because it's kind of like a dry erase board, and I can change the day and just kind of wipe it off. So I don't use it as often, but I probably should. And this daily cleaning routine here, I printed it offline, sorry. Printed it offline because it fits perfectly into the routine that I would like to follow. It was free. It's by Simply Spotless, and it's super easy to follow, and I just like how it spreads out through the week, the cleaning. But this is kind of where we put the mail, and these two here were purchased at Hobby Lobby, and it worked out really great because they, you know how they always give you like a 40% off. This here is actually a baking sheet, and this is paper from the Dollar Tree, and it's magnetic. So I put up here some of the things that need to be immediate or already done, and it's really easy just to post them with that magnetic sheet. And yeah, this was actually a DIY. A friend of mine didn't want it. She made it into, it was yellow, and I painted it white, and it just fit perfectly for this little area here. I just thought it fit really, really great. And I knew I could do something with it, so I definitely snagged it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna repaint it. And that's pretty much it in this area. This is still kind of a work in progress. Here, this is the projector I was telling you about. I hold this here because I have to move it back and forth from my desk. And this is another project that I wanted to do during this time. Right now my computer's charging. This is a project I wanted to do during this time, is make it into a teacher toolbox. So I was going to purchase it on Teachers Pay Teachers and make it into a teacher toolbox for next school year, hopefully. This rug I got at Ross, and it's super soft. I really, really like how soft it is, and it's not huge, but it really accents the office room and the space really well. This spot over here is actually going to be a work in progress. Right now I have the easel, the baby's easel in his room, and the kids just kind of use it for painting and drawing and just all that good stuff. And I've been using it actually for some of my anchor charts and teaching. But this area right here is actually going to be for a chair that I purchased on Amazon. So I thought this area would be like a really cute nook if my husband wants to join me, or if I want somewhere to sit and read quietly, or just kind of move from here to there, and just a little comfy spot. I've seen a lot of great ideas, so I thought I would purchase that chair and complete the office. But for now, it's just kind of like the painting slash drawing area with the easel there. So I'll have to figure out later where I want to put the easel, because I will probably need a spot for it. This anchor chart paper is from my classroom too. And yeah, this is the corner that it's going to be in. These paintings here are actually painted by me. I painted this painting is mine, and this one is mine. This one's my daughter's, the zebra. And we painted those a while back, like about a year and a half or two. And I love paintings. I love paintings, so I thought it would fit really, really well right there. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed taking a peek into my office slash classroom working from home. This is what my office looks like, and it's constantly always changing. I think that I'm never like fully content with anything. I do like changes, so sometimes I do change things around. I did absolutely not start with my office like this. It was a little bit different with some of the same things, but I like change, and it makes me really happy to move things around and just like freshen up rooms, and just changing them makes me happy. So I think that for now it's gonna stay like this for a while, because it makes me happy and I like the way the office feels and looks. So right now it'll probably stay like this, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, got some ideas. If you want to snag them and put them into your home, absolutely, and share with me on Instagram what your office looks like, what you love about your office, what inspired you. I'd love to see your office, and hopefully something you took away from this video inspired you as well. So don't forget to visit my Instagram if you haven't already, and join me there. I post a lot of content on there that might inspire you as well, or give you motivation. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up for me. Lets me know you're enjoying the content, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Home Sweet Classroom, and be part of the Home Sweet Classroom family. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!